Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to use Swift data in a native macOS application. So if you don't know what Swift data is, so it's basically like a replacement for core data for storing large amount of data inside your like local database on your Mac database. So kind of like a SQLite database but large amount of data. So yeah, let's see how to do this. So first I have this app running and I have already added one item. If I want to add some second item, I can quickly add it. So I'll just keep it simple, second. I'll click save, and if I click on this item, I go to the detail view, and here I have a features column as well. So this is kind of like it takes an array of features and it is associated with our items table. So item feature is associated with item table. So every item has multiple item features, so I can just add any whatever I feel like, 1 2, and if I go back, come back to second, here you can see the data was persisted. If I want to delete, if I want to update this, I can just update this as well, second 2. okay, if I go back, here you can see second 2 was updated, and if I just click on delete, this gets deleted, and if I completely close the application, rerun it again, you should be able to see the first item which I had created, and I can delete this one as well. So yeah, let's see how to do this. So first I have created a native macOS application using Swift UI. I am not using AppKit, but if you are interested in using Swift UI, Swift data with AppKit, do let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on that as well. So first, once you have created your macOS application using Swift UI using with Xcode, first you will have to create this Swift file called item. Now this is a model class. Basically it will create a table for us inside SQLite database or Swift data database. For this, it takes a name which should be unique, but if you want, you can keep a primary key as well, and it has an item description as well as a creation date, and here we are just initializing it, and here we are also creating a relationship with item feature. So it can have multiple, like an array of item feature, like each item can have array of item features, and the delete rule is cascade. So once item is deleted, all the item features should automatically get deleted. Next, create this item feature if you want to, and here you can see I have feature description as well as creation date as well as initializing it over here. Next, go to content view. Also, one important thing is Swift data only runs on macOS 14 and above, so if you are using some lesser version, this won't work for you. Here I have just I think you will have to go over here first inside your app file, import Swift data, and here just create a model container. Then we just create our schema, we pass our item, that's what we had created, and we just create a model configuration out of it. Stored in memory is false, and here we create a model container, we pass our model configuration as well as our schema. So this will automatically create tables for us as well as the schema inside our database. And once if you go to content view, import Swift data, here I have created an environment object for our model context, query for holding all the items inside an item array, and show dialog for adding an item, and this is for new name as well as new description, whatever state we have. And here I have created a navigation stack so that I can quickly move from the master page to the detail page as well. And here I have list of items, each have a navigation link. I have used a VStack, and inside that I am just displaying text item as well as item name as well as description as well as our delete button, and on click of delete we are just calling model context.delete, passing our particular item. And here as you can see, inside list we are passing the array of items which we have inside our query, and it just loops through it and creates a list for us. And here I have just added navigation title as item list, navigation destination, so whenever a particular item is created, we go to the edit item view and we are just passing our item to the edit item view. And inside toolbar I have added this add button as well, so once you click on it, the show add dialog pops up. And for that, here I have created one sheet, and I have created a navigation stack. Inside that I have a form, I have two text field, name and description. I have associated their respective states as well. And once dismiss button is called, we are just dismissing the dialog. If save button is called, we are creating our item object from name and description and inserting it inside model context, which is basically like saving and dismissing our dialog box. And the presentation details is medium. Next, for editing it, you can just create this Swift UI file, again import Swift data, and here we are getting a model context from environment object, and this bindable which will help us to store the item features, or like whenever you update the item, or you don't have to call save or insert, right? This bindable will automatically do that for us. Even when you are adding an item features for a particular item, this @bindable will automatically save it for us. We don't have to worry about it. And I have added one state for new feature description. So here I have one text field for name, and I am populating it with item.name. Similarly for item.description, and here I have created another section called features, which has a text field. And whenever I made a mistake. This @bindable is only for whenever you update the name and description, but whenever you are adding the new feature, you will have to call this item.features.append, which is kind of like saving to our database. That's why we are using bindable. If you see over here, whenever we were creating an item, we have to use insert. We didn't have to use insert for item features, right? So that's the advantage of bindable. And here we just pass our feature, whatever feature the user has created. So again we have a state for it, and we just append it to our items.features, and we just remove our new feature description.remove all. Then we loop through the item.features which are currently present, and we just display each and every item feature. And here we have one context menu, and here we have one button to in case we want to remove all. And if just checking whether the feature description is equal to feature description, then we are deleting that particular feature, and the label text is delete. So yeah, I think that's it. Just to show you guys one more demo, third, and if I click on save, if I go over here, I can just click OK. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye. One thing which I forgot to mention is that once you add a feature, if you try to right click on it, you can delete it as well. So if I click on delete, here you can see the feature was deleted. That's why we were using this for each text feature dot. We had this context menu, basically the delete part. So if I add one more feature, I can just right click on it, click on delete. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.